A new generation is rising across Asia, Generation Z. They are stepping into the spotlight, bringing with them fresh perspectives, bold ambitions, and a digital-first mindset that is transforming every aspect of society. Young, connected, and ambitious, they're already reshaping the continent's future. Whether it's the way they communicate, shop, or express themselves, Gen Z is setting new trends and challenging old norms. Born between 1997 and 2012, they are the first true digital natives. Technology is not just a tool for them, it's an extension of who they are, woven into their daily lives from the very beginning. They've never known a world without the internet or smartphones. For them, instant access to information, entertainment, and global connections is simply the norm. In Asia, Gen Z is more than a statistic. They're a massive economic and cultural force. Their tastes, values, and voices are influencing everything from pop culture to politics. Over half the world's Gen Z lives in Asia, making them the most important consumer group for businesses today. Their sheer numbers give them unprecedented power to shape markets and drive innovation. In countries like India, Indonesia, and the Philippines, Gen Z forms a huge part of the population. Their energy and creativity are fueling new industries and redefining what it means to be young in Asia. This youth bulge is both an opportunity and a challenge. Governments and businesses must adapt quickly to meet their needs, aspirations, and expectations. Unlike millennials, Asia's Gen Z grew up with prosperity and rapid tech advancement. They are comfortable with change and they expect progress to be constant and fast-paced. They're better educated, globally aware, and have higher expectations for their futures. Many speak multiple languages, travel widely, and see themselves as citizens of the world. Not just consumers, they're creators, trendsetters, and critics. They launch viral trends, build online communities, and aren't afraid to speak out on issues that matter to them. Their digital fluency lets them build communities and launch movements from their phones. Social causes, entrepreneurship, and creative projects can go global in an instant. Social media is their tool for communication, learning, shopping, and self-expression. It's where they discover new ideas, connect with peers, and even start businesses. For businesses, understanding Gen Z is critical for survival. Companies that fail to adapt to their values, like authenticity, sustainability, and inclusivity, risk being left behind. Their preferences are already dictating which brands thrive and which fail. They demand innovation, transparency, and a sense of purpose from the companies they support. The rise of Gen Z is a fundamental shift that will redefine Asia for decades. As they take the reins, their influence will ripple across economies, cultures, and societies, shaping the future of the continent and the world. Who is Generation Z? In Asia, this generation is rewriting the rules of what it means to grow up in a hyper-connected world. They're teens and young adults, born from the late 1990s to early 2010s. Raised in bustling cities and rapidly changing societies, they've never known a world without the internet at their fingertips. What sets them apart is their seamless relationship with technology. For them, digital tools aren't just conveniences, they're essential to daily life, shaping how they learn, work, and connect. Gen Z are true digital natives. Smartphones and the internet are extensions of their lives. They move effortlessly between online and offline worlds, blending both into a single experience. This has made them hyper-aware and globally connected. They're constantly in touch with friends, trends, and ideas from every corner of the planet. Trends in Seoul can go viral in Jakarta within hours. Social media platforms act as bridges, allowing culture, music, and fashion to travel at lightning speed. They're visual communicators, preferring TikTok and Instagram over text. Short videos, memes, and images are their language of choice, making communication fast, fun, and creative. They don't just consume content, they create and share it constantly. From vlogs to viral challenges, they're shaping the digital landscape with their creativity and energy. In Asia, their digital identity is shaped by rapid economic growth and optimism. They see technology as a tool for opportunity, self-improvement, and social change. Success for them isn't just financial. It's about impact and self-expression. They want to make a difference, whether through art, activism, or entrepreneurship. They're more individualistic, yet crave belonging in digital tribes. Online communities give them a sense of identity and support, even as they celebrate their uniqueness. They're deeply engaged with global issues and demand transparency from brands and governments. social justice, climate change, and equality are at the heart of their conversations. Asia's Gen Z isn't just the next wave of consumers. They're the architects of the continent's future, ready to shape society with their vision, values, and digital prowess. To truly understand Asia's Gen Z, it's essential to look beyond the surface and dive into their core values, daily behaviors, and what shapes their worldview. This generation is growing up in a rapidly changing region, where tradition meets innovation at every turn. Their lives are a seamless blend of physical and digital experiences. Friendships, trends, and shopping all happen online, often at the same time as in-person interactions. Social media isn't just a pastime. It's where they build relationships, discover new products, and express themselves. They expect instant gratification, fast delivery, immediate service, and seamless digital interfaces are the norm. Waiting is out of the question. Convenience and speed are non-negotiable. Gen Z is highly trend-driven, using brands and products to signal their identity, values, and sense of belonging within their peer groups. What's popular today might be gone tomorrow, so brands must keep up. But brand loyalty is conditional. Ethics and authenticity matter more than ever. They support brands that align with their beliefs, especially around sustainability and social justice. They want to know how products are made, what brands stand for, and whether companies are truly walking the talk. Transparency is key to earning their trust. Scandals can trigger boycotts and damage reputations almost overnight. Gen Z is quick to mobilize online, holding brands accountable for their actions. Self-expression and uniqueness are core values. Gen Z pushes back against traditional collectivism, embracing diversity and celebrating what makes them different. They seek out customizable products and niche brands that help them craft a personal identity, rather than settling for what everyone else has. Mass-market brands often struggle to keep up with their demand for personalization and authenticity, losing relevance if they can't adapt. Privacy is a complex issue for Gen Z. They're willing to share data for personalization, but only if they trust that it won't be misused or exploited. They expect transparency and control over their information, demanding clear communication about how their data is collected and used. Gen Z is highly selective about what they share and with whom, carefully curating their digital presence to protect their privacy and reputation. They demand that brands be open and honest about data use, and are quick to call out companies that fall short. For businesses, serving Asia's Gen Z means more than just offering trendy products. It's about balancing personalization with privacy, acting ethically, and building genuine relationships based on trust and transparency. One key Gen Z segment is the brand-conscious follower. They're influenced by big brands and the latest trends. Brands are status symbols. Social proof drives their purchases. They follow celebrities and influencers closely. If a K-pop star uses a product, they want it too. Social media is their shopping inspiration. FOMO keeps them chasing trends and exclusivity. They buy into stories, communities, and experiences, not just products. Loyalty is fleeting. Brands must stay relevant to keep them. To win them over, brands need visibility, influencer partnerships, and a sense of excitement. Another segment is the Premium Shopaholic. They spend more on high-quality luxury products, valuing craftsmanship over hype. They research, compare, and seek authenticity. Flashy ads don't sway them. For them, purchases are self-care and a reward. They want to know the story and quality behind what they buy. Brands must showcase value, provide detailed info, and offer a premium experience. Excellent service and a luxurious unboxing matter. For Premium Shopaholics, the entire journey must feel special. Meet the ethical confidence. Gen Zers who prioritize values in every purchase. They use their buying power to support ethical, sustainable brands and punish those that aren't. They research supply chains, look for certifications, and demand authenticity. Greenwashing won't fool them. They want real, long-term commitment. They're active online, sharing info, organizing boycotts, and influencing peers. Brands that earn their trust get passionate word-of-mouth support. To win them over, ethics must be at the core of business, not just marketing. Transparency, clear values, and evidence of impact are essential. For ethical confidence, a brand is defined by what it stands for. Asia's Gen Z is full of contradictions between values and actions. They want personalization, but worry about data privacy. Brands must offer clear value in exchange for data and be transparent. Another paradox, they aspire to buy ethical products but are often limited by budget. The say-do gap is real. Intentions don't always match purchases. This isn't hypocrisy, but pragmatism. They balance ideals with reality. Small ethical choices are common, but price still matters. For brands, being ethical isn't enough. Products must also be accessible and desirable. Success comes from bridging the gap. Make the ethical choice easy and affordable. Gen Z rewards brands that align with both their values and their wallets. To win Asia's Gen Z, businesses must change. Authenticity is key. Gen Z spots inauthentic marketing instantly. Brands must be transparent, honest, and human. Customization and personalization are expected, not optional. Offer tailored products, content, and experiences. Treat Gen Z as individuals, not a monolith. Align with social and environmental causes, genuinely, not superficially. Integrate responsibility into core strategy and show real action. Speed and seamless digital experiences are non-negotiable. Gen Z has no patience for slow, clunky platforms. Social commerce, buying directly through social media, is rising fast. Brands must be present where Gen Z is and make buying frictionless. Convenience and relevance win in the digital age. The brands that adapt will thrive, those that don't will be left behind. The Gen Z playbook: be real, be fast, be meaningful. Generation Z in Asia is rewriting the rules of business and culture. They're the largest, most connected, and most influential youth cohort ever. Their digital mindset and demand for authenticity are forcing change everywhere. Gen Z isn't a single group. They're diverse, paradoxical, and pragmatic. Their influence will only grow as they gain economic power. Success now means being agile, authentic, and adaptable. Brands must become cultural participants and community builders. The opportunity is huge for those who embrace change. Gen Z is already shaping tomorrow's world. The revolution is here. Are you ready?